You must be one of those 100% gambling addict employees that Dad was talking about. Well, I'm the next CEO. Huh? The next CEO? Make sure you tell your dad about what happened today. What?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Tom. I'm a terrific young man who's meditating in a room at my workplace. No way! It's been half an hour since this interview was about to start. Is he not showing up?
Tom,
What's the matter?
the candidate is here. He's 30 minutes late.
Since he's here, I'll go ahead and conduct the interview. Hey there! Hello? What the heck? Is he at the wrong office? This isn't a party? Sup? I'm Steven! Okay, we'll start the interview. My name is Tom, and I'll be your interviewer. Tom? What is it? Is there something on my face? I made sure I washed my face before work. You must be one of those 100% gambling addict employees that Dad was talking about. He talks about you all the time. Are you serious? I had a bad feeling when I saw how he was dressed, but he was insulting me right in front of my face. And I never knew he was saying those things about me. Charles had always been so kind to me. This is ridiculous. I was wondering what kind of a guy you were, but you're exactly the way I imagined. I'm sure I'd be promoted faster than you if I get hired here. It's great to be ambitious, but you're in an interview right now. Even if you were joking, this is a bit too much. I'm not joking. You know who my father is, right? Yes, Charles, the HR manager, right? Yep, and since I'm his son, I get to say whatever I want to. What do you mean by that? I know your father is the HR manager, but you can't behave like this during an interview. Oh, I don't need to worry about that. Huh? Dad told me that he'd hire me just because I'm his son. What? Yup, so no matter what you tell me, you can't do anything since you work for my dad. I see. Interesting. Oh, do you want to hear about it? Yes, your father seems to be saying some interesting things. Will you tell me about it? Sure, I'll tell you. Stephen went on for a while to tell me about what his father had to say about me. I might as well say that this interview was off at that point. And that's how I passed the written assessment, even though I never studied for it. He also said that he'd use his power for anyone else who'd be willing to use the power of money to get them this job. I see. I have to go see my girlfriend after this. Can I go now? Sure, this is the end of this interview. Mission completed. These guys are gonna learn their lessons for making me so mad. Whatever. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters. I'll be looking forward to the offer letter. No, that's not necessary. Huh? It's been quite an interesting interview, so I'll give you the verdict on the spot. Oh, that's great. I'll have a lot of things to tell you after I get hired, so... After careful consideration, I regret to inform you that we decided not to move forward with your candidacy. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. What? To put it simply, you're not hired. Done. Hey, this isn't funny. No, it's not. Look at how you're dressed, how you talk. You have no manners, and what made you think that I'd hire you? I wouldn't hire you even if this world was about to end. How dare you! Look at yourself as you speak. But my father is the HR manager. He's gonna get me this job no matter what you say. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Well, I'm the next CEO. Huh? The next CEO? So, I have the power to make this decision. Also, make sure you tell your dad about what happened today. What? All right, bye now. Did you really think bluffing would make me regret what I told you? I'm not gonna forgive you for this. I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm not going to forgive you either, and I'm going to have a talk with your dad. Stephen, how did the interview go? Dad, as you told me, that Tom guy was my interviewer. Huh? But he started to tell me that he was the next CEO or whatever. Dad, you don't need to worry about what he tells you. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. This is bad. If Stephen was telling me the truth. Good morning, Charles. Right behind you. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh, hello, Tom. Great weather this morning, isn't it? Not even a single cloud. I feel like we're all going to have a wonderful day. My heart forecasts a rainy day with a high possibility of a thunderstorm. That sounds like trouble. This is bad. I can tell that he's extremely angry. What do I do? What do I do? Charles, may I take you to my office? Okay. Your son told me everything. I'm sorry that I'm a 100% gambling addict. Oh, I can't believe how Stephen has been so rude to you. But Tom, I hope you don't misunderstand. He tends to be a bit straightforward, but he has no bad intentions. I could only feel bad intentions from him and nothing else. There are way too many people who mix up being straightforward versus having bad intentions. But why? Huh? I thought Teddy was supposed to be his interviewer. Why were you conducting his interview? Teddy said something came up, so that's why I decided to do it instead. That wasn't part of my plan. Your plan, huh? Does this mean you admit to what you were trying to do? Regardless of whether you admit it or not, you can't erase what already happened. In that case, let me ask if you can prove that my son was being rude to you during that interview? What? Tom, maybe you're overthinking. What? Besides, we've always gotten along well. Why would I ever badmouth you like that? I had always felt that way too, and I've been shocked to hear what your son said. Do you even have supporting evidence about that? Did my son really say those things? He seems intimidated. That's right. I should have said this from the very beginning. If he can't prove anything, there's no point in talking to me. Okay, you want me to prove it, right? Huh? All right, I shall gift you the evidence. Dad also said that you were able to get to where you are today because he's such a genius mentor and that he's so proud to make such a gambling addict a successful person. He also said that Tom is always relying on him and that he's annoyed. Oh my goodness! This recording was brought to you by Studio Tom. That sounded quite exaggerated. You were the one who exaggerated. You're a perfect example of the type of person who brings people down to make yourself look better. Besides, this was what happened during an interview. He kept insulting me as if he was gossiping with a neighbor. Why do you even have that recorded? It was because I was recording the conversation. Why is there a house? It's because someone built the house, right? I know that. I'm asking why you were recording the conversation during the interview. It's not like I was recording the interview just because I thought anything would happen, but since he had a lot to say to me, I needed to make sure I had proof of what he said. If there's a bunch of cash on the street, you'd want to put it into your pocket, right? That's the level of curiosity I had. I'd turn it into the police. I guess I have better ethics than you. And I guess I'm better than you with everything else, right? Yay! Tom, you need to stop fooling around. You should say that to your son. Besides, it's illegal to record that conversation. I knew you would change the subject. That's what we all do when you can't argue a valid point. I'm not trying to change the subject, I'm just telling you a fact. Recording audio isn't illegal. It only becomes illegal if I would upload it for public hearing, like social media. Besides, I had to do that to make sure I had evidence to prove someone's misconduct. Now, Charles, what would you like to do? Okay, fine, I'll admit it. I'm terribly sorry for all the rude things that my son said to you. As his father, I wanted to look good to him, and that's why I exaggerated just a bit. And he ended up talking about it during this interview. Charles, I completely understand where you come from. Huh? You just wanted to look good to him, right? You're just a father. So, are you going to forgive me? Yes. All I can do based on these given circumstances is to give you a verbal warning. Ah, why was I so worried? The problem is solved. He didn't have to make it sound like such a big deal. Now to the next topic. What? Dad told me that he'd hire me just because I'm his son. And that's how I passed the written assessment, even though I never studied for it. He also said that he'd use his power for anyone else who'd be willing to use the power of money to get them this job. Oh my goodness! I told you that this recording was done in order to ensure the quality of our interview. This is it. Well, Stephen sounded like he truly thought that I was a gambling addict, so he had no hesitation telling me these things. Why did he have to say those things?
Are you admitting it?
No! My son came up with those things on his own! Are you going to admit it if it wasn't what your son said? What the heck have you done? I'm sure you're wondering about that, but there's actually someone who admitted this on your behalf. Wait, could it be? It could be the exact person you're thinking. Sean from your department told me everything. Why would he do that? I'm sure you have a lot of questions about things I'm telling you now. Why? Why?
Sean had a sense of guilt to being your accomplice, and he ultimately decided to come forward with the truth.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's right. Ew, that's such an obvious act, as if you just remembered something. Tom, I truly had no idea. I never knew that Sean would do anything like that. Charles, I still remember those times when I used to enjoy working with you, and all those memories from having good drinks with you. Oh? Why are you talking about your memories? I know talking about memories won't bring us back to where we were, and it's not like talking about it will eliminate my first mission as the CEO to eliminate you from this company. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Damn right I don't want to. If only you would admit to what you've done and take responsibility, I'll keep your damages as minimal as possible. Just because you can't really do anything about this, you're trying to make me feel touched to get me to admit it. This isn't a drama, and that's not going to work. Let me confirm one last time that this is the answer you're giving me. I've been telling you. Charles, what you have done here is against our company policy. You've tried to abuse your authority to hire personnel that were not fit for our operations. You've also hired unqualified candidates for your own profit. These actions are...
Those are an abuse of authority over personnel affairs. If they're deemed to have caused damages to the business, the abuser can be subject to being liable to compensate for such damages.
Hey, Heather, I was supposed to say that.
I just wanted to help you deliver the right message.
Okay, fine. By the way, who's the abuser? That would be you. Hold on. You said that it's only if the actions are deemed to have caused damages, right? I don't think there was anything that damaged our company. Actually, there are. Our recruiters have been dropping our cases because of what's been going on. Our team members have been noticing what's going on, and it's been bringing down the team's morale.
There have been damages to the company, regardless of whether they are direct or indirect.
I didn't know that. My first mission as the new CEO is going to be to conduct your graduation, Charles. Hold on. Can't I just pay for the compensation and call it a day? No, you can't. The company isn't a place for you to fulfill your greed. You've known me for years. You, out of all people, would know that I hate anything unjust, right? I do. I apologize. I'm so sorry for what I've done. It's too late. Why didn't you admit it in the first place? I just wanted to see what may have been possible. You had less than a 0.1% chance. All you have left is to graduate HR manager at this point. But apologizing is all I can do at this point. In that case, go ahead and take your lesson from what happened this time around so you can do better at your next job. That's all the message I have for you to congratulate your graduation from this company. Oh my goodness! After that, Charles didn't seem to care anymore. If you're not going to acknowledge my talent, I'm just going to strive at my new job. He left the job after barking some words. However, his poor personality wasn't helping him get a new job at all, while he was still liable for the damages he caused to our company. His son Steven has a personality that's as bad as his father's and hasn't been having any luck finding a job either. This was all your fault, Dad! You're kidding me! This all started because you said things you weren't supposed to! They're blaming each other every day. Neither of them will ever have luck in having a bright future unless they fix their terrible personality. As for me, I've officially started my days as the new CEO. I am truly grateful and prideful to get to work with all of you. I love you all.
Woohoo, Tom!
But I love myself more than anyone else.
You ruined your speech. If only you didn't say that last part.
I'm working hard in a fun environment as usual. Trouble Busters!